This is a story that proves that in the world of crime, gray hair does not always mean a peaceful retirement. If you think you have seen it all when it comes to the insurgency in the northeast, you need to listen to this, because the Nigerian military has just pulled back the curtain on a shocker that has left even the most seasoned investigators speechless. We are talking about the arrest of a 65-year-old grandmother who wasn't just a bystander or a victim, but was allegedly the secret engine room running a high-level logistics and intelligence network for Boko Haram. The headline you saw is trending all over Borno State today, January 25, 2026, and the details coming out of the interrogation room are enough to make your skin crawl. This woman, who many in her community looked up to as a harmless mama, has been identified as a key coordinator who used her age and grandmotherly status as a perfect cover to move supplies, recruit young girls, and gather intelligence on troop movements for the insurgents. The Nigerian military's Operation Hadin Kai has been making massive strides this year, but this particular arrest in the early hours of Friday morning in the outskirts of Maiduguri has changed the way security forces look at the civilian population. While we often think of terrorists as young men with rifles, this 65-year-old woman reminds us that the enemy can sometimes be the person selling you tomatoes in the market or the elderly neighbor you greet every morning. According to the preliminary reports released by the Defense Headquarters, this grandmother was caught with specialized communication equipment and a ledger that detailed the distribution of welfare packages to hidden cells in the Sambisa Forest. The gist is that she was the mother of the network, using her local influence to ensure that while the soldiers were looking for young fighters, the supplies were flowing right under their noses through the hands of someone nobody would ever suspect. Before we get into the deep breakdown of how she was finally caught and the chilling items found in her possession, please do me a quick favor and hit that like button right now. It is the only way we can make sure this news reaches every Nigerian, so we can all stay vigilant. And if you haven't joined this community yet, please click that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. We are tracking the security situation in the Northeast 24/7, and you need to be the first to know when the next big fish, or in this case, the next big mama, is caught. Now, let's look at the operation she was running. Imagine a 65-year-old woman sitting in her compound, surrounded by her grandchildren, while secretly coordinating the delivery of fuel, medicine, and even ammunition to the very people who have been terrorizing her own region for over a decade. The military intelligence officers had been tracking a specific supply line that seemed to disappear every time it entered the residential areas of the city. They couldn't figure out where the goods were being stored until a whistleblower within the camp of surrendered insurgents gave up the name of a woman they simply called the grandmother. When the soldiers raided her home, they didn't just find food, they found hidden compartments in her kitchen floor containing high-grade encrypted radios and thousands of dollars in different currencies. This is a massive blow to the remnants of the Boko Haram and ISWAP factions, because she wasn't just a courier, she was a strategist. She knew how to navigate the checkpoints. She knew which soldiers were on duty and at what time. She used the pity and respect that Nigerians have for the elderly to bypass security. If a 65-year-old woman is carrying a heavy basket, most soldiers would offer to help her rather than search her. She weaponized the very culture of respect that we hold dear in Nigeria to facilitate the deaths of our young men in uniform. The shocking part is that she has reportedly confessed to being involved for over 7 years, which means she survived multiple administrations and security reshuffles, quietly maintaining the lifeline of the insurgency while everyone else was looking the other direction. The Nigerian government is using this arrest to send a stern warning to everyone. The war against terror in 2026 has no age limit. If you are involved, you will be caught. There is also a very sad side to this story that we must discuss. The military found that she had been grooming young girls in her neighborhood, slowly radicalizing them under the guise of teaching them trade or offering them protection. She was essentially a recruitment officer, turning the next generation into tools for the same group that destroyed their future. This is why this news is so captivating. It's a betrayal of the highest order. A grandmother is supposed to be a protector, a symbol of wisdom and peace, not a coordinator for a death squad. As the interrogation continues, more names are being dropped. We are hearing that her arrest has already led to the pickup of 4 other suspects in the Mafa and Dikwa local government areas. The military is calling this a breakthrough of the decade because they have finally hit the logistics base. You can kill a fighter, but if you don't stop the person feeding him and giving him information, a new fighter will just take his place. By cutting off this grandmother, the military has effectively cut off the oxygen to several active cells operating in the fringes of the Lake Chad region. I want to know what you think about this. Should the law have mercy on her because of her age, or should she be treated with the same severity as the fighters who pulled the trigger? It is a controversial topic and your voice matters in this conversation. Please drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think there are more grandmothers and grandfathers out there doing the same thing? Let's talk about it. And while you are down there, if you found this report insightful, please make sure you have liked the video. It really helps the channel grow and keeps us motivated to bring you these deep dive stories that the mainstream media often skims over. The military has promised to parade her along with the items recovered as soon as the initial phase of the investigation is complete. They are currently tracing the bank accounts linked to her and the individuals who were sending the welfare packages. This goes beyond just a local network. This is a financial chain that likely stretches beyond the borders of Nigeria. The fact that a 65-year-old was at the center of it shows how sophisticated the insurgents have become in their choice of invisible agents. It's a wake-up call for every community leader and every head of household. We must know what our neighbors are doing, regardless of how old or harmless they look. As we wrap up this special report, remember that the safety of Nigeria is a collective responsibility. This Boko Haram grandmother was only caught because someone spoke up. Vigilance is the price of liberty. We will be following this story closely to see if she is officially charged in court this week and what her defense will be. Will she claim she was forced? Will she claim she didn't know what was in the packages? The evidence found under her floor suggests otherwise, but in the court of law, anything can happen. Thank you so much for staying with us through this breakdown. This is the story of the 65-year-old who chose a path of destruction over a peaceful old age. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and share this video. The more people who see this, the harder it becomes for these networks to operate in the dark. Your support means everything to us. Stay safe, stay observant, and I will see you in the next update with more gist from around the nation.